to my doctor's appointment. I do feel better today after taking the first dose of the Z-Pak last night, but I am feeling so winded today. I haven't done this much physical activity in a while. I've just been like laying in bed, literally being a couch potato. So I haven't really done like my hair and like my makeup and like just like done myself like up. Whew. And like even still like in the car, I feel like I'm like winded. Apparently it's normal in like the very early stages of pregnancy to feel winded because your body is like fluctuating with all the different hormones and the oxygen levels and the blood levels and everything. So it's normal supposedly, but man, does it make it hard to like breathe and talk and do stuff. So I'm gonna make sure to mention that today too. I am gonna see Dr. Roma today, or Roma, she's actually a physician's assistant, but I am going to talk to Roma about that today, as she'll be the one that does like my physical exam. Basically what they're going to do is collect a urine sample, do my vitals, and just kind of like look at everything and make sure that there's not like an obvious infection or something going on. The other thing that could be happening is a reaction to my progesterone and oil shots, is what Dr. Molinaro said, but that's unlikely because my injection sites don't look bothered, they don't look infected, they don't look bad. So that's unlikely that that's the case that's going on for me. It might just be something else that's going on infection-wise, or it might just be the pregnancy. My body is just adjusting to being pregnant. So we're not sure yet, but this is just going to like cover all the bases. That's why he put me on the Z-Pak. It's a safe antibiotic and it will take care of whatever kind of infection there might be brewing. Make sure we're just checking all the bases, making sure this little babe is okay, and having a healthy pregnancy. Good morning. It's time to check our tests. We are 8 days past transfer today. I'm gonna do a first response. I'm also gonna do a clear blue to hopefully get the pregnant. So it's Christmas Eve and our plan is to announce it to Manny's parents tonight because we go over to their house on Christmas Eve to celebrate with them and open gifts. So I wanted to take a digital test to bring it over as like the pregnant announcement. We also have these scratch off lottery tickets because they love scratch offs. Set a timer for 5 minutes. This is morning pee, but I collected it at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I think I'm dealing with a UTI, so I've been peeing a little bit more than normal. So I don't know if my line is gonna be as dark as it has been. So I'm trying not to let myself freak out about that because my lines have been like super, super dark, but I've also been able to kind of hold my pee a little bit longer. But right now, because I think I have a UTI, I'm not trying to hold my pee at all. So my wand photo is like barely showing anything today, but my first response is still showing a line, so that's reassuring. Okay, well this is a good sign. It says pregnant. I do have blood work on Thursday for the beta, so that'll come back, but we are getting a pregnant, which is good. And the other tests are still running. They have about 2 minutes to finish settling. I feel a little bit better with my burden B line and my first response line a little bit. My wand flow line is making me a little nervous, but I'm trying to remember, like, I've been peeing a lot. The first response is lighter. I'm probably gonna end up like midday testing today because my lines are not as dark as they were, which is just a little bit, you know, freak out a little bit. I mean, the line is still showing up on the first response. It's just not as like thick, red, dark as it was. These tests are also dry though, so that could definitely be it. It's still definitely a very solid climb. And my burden B still looks really good. And I'm getting pregnant on the digital still, so that's another really good positive thing. It's just nerve-wracking. That's the 5 minutes. This line is definitely a little bit lighter than yesterday, but again, it could just be because of how much I'm peeing right now and not able to hold it. But you can tell the line is a little bit lighter today. So I will probably try to hold my pee and do another test at some point today, just to see if this line gets darker because we want it to go darker, not lighter. The wand faux line is definitely still there, but very light again. But my burden B, I feel pretty good about. This one is a good solid for the burden B. Like I said, we've got a lot of factors going on. I'm not trying to like freak myself out or anything, but today's line is slightly lighter than even last night's line. Last night was like a thick, or actually no, last night it was a little bit thinner. Let's see if I can show you these 3. So this is 7 morning, 7 evening, and 8 morning. So it's gotten pretty light, which is not the way we want it to be, but I'm not able to hold my pee, so I'm not trying to freak out. Digital still says pregnant. This is a great sign. I'll be okay. Be okay. Well, I got my results back from my urinalysis yesterday. There is like an infection starting, maybe, like there was some bacteria in my urine, and my doctor called me and just kind of went over it a little bit and said he's kind of stumped, but he's putting me on a better antibiotic for specifically bladder infections, kidney infections, or UTI, things like that. And hopefully it will go ahead and just knock out whatever is going on. He did say that if my fever gets worse or if I start feeling worse, that I need to go to the emergency room and get checked out and just make sure everything is okay. But it is Christmas Eve, so I'm really not trying to do that. He said to make sure that I am staying hydrated, so I am trying to drink so much water and just drink so much water. But we're supposed to go over to Manny's parents' house tonight. We were gonna do the whole announcement tonight, and I just am feeling, I don't know. I don't know what I feel. I just feel like I just want to lay in bed. I don't want to do anything. I just want to lay in bed. But I obviously want to be able to celebrate with his family too. And this is something that like we've been wanting to do and been dreaming to do, and finally have our little baby to announce. So it's just like, and then I asked him like, do you think this could be like embryo related? Do you think like the embryo could have like implanted in the wrong place or something? And he said at this stage no, because I will just be 4 weeks tomorrow. He said that you would see that at like 7 or 8 weeks, something like that, not this early on, because I'm just at 4 weeks. So he's thinking that this is like an underlying infection, that something is happening inside of my body. I'm just really hoping that the new prescription can just knock it out. And I don't know, it does feel like a bladder related, but it's so hard right now because I'm having like other symptoms with like the embryo and like the pregnancy. Like I'm having lower back pain, I'm having like cramping and, you know, like bloating and things like that, like other things that like happen in early pregnancy I'm also having. So it's really hard to differentiate what's pregnancy and what's infection right now. It's all very confusing. I've had to cry, if you can't tell. I'm very relieved to hear that this is most likely not embryo related, and I am getting an antibiotic that is very safe for any stage of pregnancy, so I know it won't harm the baby, which is very relieving. I just feel like overwhelmed, you know, like this is something that we've wanted for so long, and like finally it's happening, and this should be such a joyous time and such an amazing time to get to share and to be with family. And it is still all of that, but then there's like this underlying, like something's going on with me, some kind of infection, something we don't know. So it's just like joyful scariness.
Okay, so let's see, what did I want? Let's see. Alright, we'll take this into your room. Are you good? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Did you win anything? Did you win anything? Oh my Lord. I'm gonna be a grandma again.
It's definitely not where I thought I was going to be on Christmas Eve.
soccer ball. Open it. Not the soccer ball. Got this soccer ball.
So we're gonna show you the first gift, okay? Okay.
It says pregnant. We're pregnant, Mommy. We're pregnant.
You're carrying it.
Yes.
You're carrying it.
Yes. Well, the last couple of days have definitely been a whirlwind, but we're okay. I'm doing fine. Everything is okay. I did end up going to the emergency room because I thought I was having uncontrolled fevers, and fevers in early pregnancy are not good. So I was taking Tylenol, and the thermometer that I was using said that I was still running a temperature of like 99.6. So we decided to just go to the emergency room just to be safe. My doctor told me that if my fevers persist and are not responding to medication, that's what we need to do. So that's what we did on Christmas Eve. We spent Christmas Eve night at the emergency room into the like early morning. We didn't get home until 2 o'clock in the morning on Christmas Day. Basically, they did a bunch of testing. They did ultrasound of my kidneys. They did ultrasounds of my bladder, like pretty much everything that could have been disrupted from the embryo transfer. They did an ultrasound on. They said everything looked great. They did a bunch of blood work, and they found out that I do have an elevated level of white blood cells in my body. So I am fighting some sort of infection. I've got something going on, but it doesn't seem to be respiratory. They did an x-ray of my chest. I made sure to double layer everything up on the baby, of the lead and everything, like the little skirt and stuff. So the baby was safe. They basically said just continue to take the cephalexin and follow up with my provider, my doctor, which I did have sort of like a follow-up today, but I went ahead and uploaded all of my medical information from the emergency room to the portal for the doctors to look at today so that they can review it and see, you know, their findings and what they think. So basically, I'm just going to be taking the cephalexin until it's completely through, and hopefully that will take care of whatever this infection is that I've got going on. We're not 100% sure, but cephalexin is pregnancy safe. It should be all good. And I just have to take it easy. Besides that, today is beta day. I did get a little bit of like a sneak peek from the doctor at the hospital because he told me my beta. So my beta there was 112, which does confirm pregnancy. And I told Roma today that that's what they told me. And she did let me know if it doesn't double, not to freak out because they use a different measuring system. Like the way that they measure the HCG is different from the way that RMA measures it. It doesn't mean that, you know, the pregnancy isn't viable. It's just, they just measure it differently. So that made me feel really, really good. The sonographer did say that she thought she saw a gestational sac. Roma said it potentially could be because I did show her the ultrasound image, but we'll just have to see. Well, we will have to see what my level says today. I don't know. Overall, I am feeling very positive about everything. I'm feeling better today. I think really what it comes down to is going to be hydration, nutrition, and rest right now. Just letting my body just completely do what it needs to do. That's what I'm going to be focusing on, really just resting, relaxing. I did take this week off, thankfully, so I've got a very long, nice weekend coming up, and then that will be able to put me back to work on Monday, and I will be able to just, you know, have a relaxation kind of mode, if you know what I mean. Just rest, digest, just be so relaxed. Tonight is the first night since I found out that I am pregnant that I have like genuinely felt pregnant. I do not want to eat anything that we have in the fridge. I can barely stand to smell the meat that Manny cooked. The only thing that I want right now is fresh kitchen. Like the only thing that I want right now. I am trying to force myself to eat some yogurt and granola because I need to eat something. I feel so incredibly nauseous, but I just want fresh kitchen. Oh gosh, we're already here. We are already here. It has been several mornings since I have shared my tests because honestly I have been in survival mode, just getting over whatever that bacteria infection was and Tristan's sickness and just everything that was going on in the house and the PIO injections. There was just a lot. But I wanted to show you this morning's test, We are 12 days past transfer and we have a dye stealer. It looks really, really good. I will show you the progression line really quickly. So at the very top is 3 days past transfer, 4 days past transfer, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and today at 12. Those lines look so good. I also took a clear blue on 9 days past transfer just to see if it would pull up in the blue dye. It definitely pulled up in the blue dye. And I was testing at night a little bit too, but now I'm only doing morning. I love that test. Wanfo is even showing like a super, super dark line now, and Bird and Bee is showing a nice dark line too. I'll show you those progress lines too. Okay, so here is the Bird and Bee one. So 3 is at the top, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then this one makes 12. That line, oh, I love it. Okay, and then I don't think I took a Wanfo yesterday. Yeah, I missed Wanfo yesterday, so we have a skip day. But at the top, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 12. I didn't have any tests yesterday morning because I forgot to order some more Wanfo, but from 10 to 12, you can see that line is definitely darker. It's been a while since I vlogged the shot, and I figured I would show you what we do. I definitely lay down. We've tried this standing up method. It just really doesn't work for us. For me, personally, I feel like I can't stay still long enough because it just takes me a little while to like get into my breathing and get into the zone of like being stabbed. So we do it on the bed with me laying down, relaxing, just chilling.
You had on for 20, 30 minutes.
Is it red? Is it warm enough?
Yeah. Alcohol done.
Okay, are you confident in that spot?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Ow, 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 ow. Oof. Ow. Any blood?
Nope.
Okay, slow. Ouch. Bleeding?
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh,
That time some of the liquid came out too.
that sucked.
Yeah.